Hey everybody, Nick here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before I go into this video into depth, I am not doing this video to attack anybody maliciously. I'm not doing this video to put anybody down, hurt anybody's feelings. It's just what I believe and what I feel and what I see, based on what I see. Now, there's a lot of things that humanity does that is just so ridiculous, stupid, unthinkable, just horrendously moronic stuff. And you see it all the time, especially on like these social media platforms and all that BS. But some things that humanity does is just so crazy. And one of those things is tattoos. Now, I have no tattoos. I have no interest in having any tattoos. If you have tattoos, good for you. But I think that a lot of people have no idea where the tattoo idea came from or why people started tattooing. First of all, I guess they're used to mark prisoners. The Nazis used it to mark Jewish prisoners, unfortunately, in the Holocaust, which is really quite sad. But I think that early days it comes from marking, who's a prisoner, who's a criminal, who's just marking so that people can identify what this person is. I think that's the overall reason why tattoos exist. Branding, a type of brand. They do it to cattle all the time, except that kind of tattoo is a painful ass one, more painful than doing an ink tattoo, I can imagine. But I just think everyone is going along with what everyone else is doing. It's amazing. It's amazing how everyone they see that people are doing it, looks cool, they want to do it, tattoos. And then there's these people who have like their whole fucking body covered in tattoos. It's ugly as shit, in my opinion. It really is. That's just my opinion. I don't dislike the people because they have tattoos. It's not that. I just think it looks terrible. I really do. And there's like people who will get certain tattoos that makes no damn sense. Maybe to them, that's great. You get people who will get tattoos, especially young people. They'll get like their boyfriend or their girlfriend's name engraved somewhere, and they have no idea and no conception about that relationships just simply don't last, especially when you're a teenager. So they gotta get something else to cover over it when they break up. I saw a good bit, I can't remember his name, the comedian, Giancarlo or something. It's an Italian guy. He does movies too, I think, but he's a stand-up comedian. Maniscalco. And he's like, tattoos, man, everyone has tattoos. And then you always get these people go up and they're like, what's the significance of that tattoo? And then the guy's like, no, thanks for asking, and then they start going into detail about like it has a history of this. I mean, I had a friend that got, I don't know if it was like their grandfather's name or something on their back with like angels and the date that they died or something like that. That's okay. I mean, whatever. Do whatever I'm just going to put that out there. Do whatever you want. I just think that it's all ridiculous. I really do. The only tattoo that I would probably get would be like something really small and inconspicuous, but you just see these people and they're completely covered. Like they are a walking tapestry of tattoos, even on their face and whatever, and they look like some creature that came out of the devil's ass or something. They really do, especially when it looks like reptilian skin tattoos, and you see it everywhere. And way back when tattoos became kind of like pop culture kind of thing, when not everyone was doing it, it was kind of interesting. Oh, okay, you don't see it now. Everyone has them. Everyone has them. Here in Brazil, That's all you fucking see is people with tattoos everywhere. Girls with tattoos and weird little inscriptions and back tats and tramp stamps and things like that. And it's just, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with society? What the fuck is going on? I mean, these people don't even realize that the ink that they're putting on their skin is so highly toxic. And some of you are probably going to come and say, no, it's not proven safe. Okay, believe whatever you want. That shit is going into your bloodstream from your skin. And imagine people who are completely covered. How are they even getting like proper sun and vitamin D? And how are they even getting jobs? I mean, if they don't get jobs, that's not a shame because working sucks. But, you know, it's amazing just how so many people fell into this thinking it's cool when I mean, tattoos are kind of interesting when it's just something, you know, just something for you and only you and kind of private. And now everyone wants to show it off, and it's become like you just want to bring attention to yourself. You want to show off. That's honestly what I think has happened. It's become such an old fad and just absolutely stupid, in my opinion, because it's just overdone and everyone just goes along, you know, with the herd. And I think that's the mentality there. I've seen some pretty women with some horrible tattoos, and it's just like, okay, I'm not saying that I wouldn't hook up with her because she has the tattoos, but I personally do not like when someone is completely covered. Specifically, I mean, I'm saying attracted to women. I'm not saying people. I don't treat people different because they have a tattoo. However, if you see a guy that looks like, you know, a badass and he's covered in tattoos, probably is an ex-con of some sort. And you see that too, where the guy looks like, you know, mean as fuck, and he's got these like just scary looking tattoos. I mean, I never understood it. I really never understood it. Again, if you're offended by this video, that's too bad. It's just my opinion. I'm so happy that I have no tattoos. I'm kind of like the special one now. And I mean, I don't mean specials like, oh, I'm hot shit. I just mean eventually everyone's gonna have tattoos, and I'm gonna be like the guy that first got tattoos way back in the day and no one had them. Do you know what I mean? Reverse role. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see what's going to happen in 20, 30, 40 years when you see all these old fuckers walking around and, I mean, can't hide these tattoos. I already see like some old people who would get tattoos from way back in the day, and it doesn't look pretty. And the technology of removing tattoos is still in its infancy, so it's not got to be that easy to get tattoos removed at all. But you have to think that one day the technology will be there, that it will be easy to remove from the epidermal. I want to get into that business because there's going to be a lot of people lining up to get that shit removed. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who have, you know, what do you call it, who regret getting certain tattoos. Probably thought it was a good idea at the time. How about those people who get tattoos when they're like pissed drunk and they think it's like a good idea at the time because they don't even realize what the hell they're doing. And then the next day they regret it. Remember the movie, The Hangover? The guy gets the fucking, what do you call it, Mike Tyson tattoo. Man, those are like towards the end of the really good comedy era, like 10, 12, 13 years ago. Those were some pretty funny. The first one was really funny. Yeah, tattoos, man. I mean, I can get into some other things that humans are stupid for, like dyeing their hair some ridiculously bright color or like a fluorescent yellow color, or I mean, again, do whatever you want to do. Do you. It's all good. But I just think it's completely ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if this, I've heard this before, but I don't know if this is true. They say that a lot of people in general get tattoos because there's something not right up here. And I mean, it could be possible. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist or anybody who can kind of diagnose people. But I've heard that that's true. A lot of people have said that they've dated people with a lot of tattoos or strange tattoos, and like, you know, rockers. And I mean, look at rock artists. A lot of them get into drugs and shit, and they're covered in tattoos. But I don't know. There might be some validity to that. I only dated one girl who had a tattoo, and it was like kind of on her thigh. It wasn't that big of a deal. She had no other tattoos other than that. I mean, I could deal with that if I liked the girl and whatever. But I don't know. It's amazing. Here in Brazil also, people claim to have no money. Okay? They have no money, but yet they're covered in tattoos. A lot of the people that come from like the shanty towns and shit, they got tons of tattoos, but no money for food, no money to go get education, and tattoos are not cheap here. Tattoos in general are not cheap. Doesn't matter where you live in the world, unless you're in Bangkok or something. Maybe it is cheaper there. But I don't know. It's a phenomenon that I just never really understood. One amongst many things in this world, and people continually get them. People continually think that it's cool to have it and that they're badass, and you know, they end up becoming somebody. I don't know. It's one of the things that really, it's a pet peeve of mine here in Brazil. There's tons of people have them. It's like tattoos and children. That seems to be like the big thing here. And if you don't have it, you're in the minority for sure. It's just really, really crazy. I don't know how people can do it. I think the worst thing for me is when it's a complete body, like full out body tattoo. And I mean, they get addicted to doing it. Piercing's another one of those things where you get those like weird big ring things in their hoops, and like their hoops in their eardrum in their earlobe, and it's just, or the big bull ring and the piercings here, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Just humans do some really fucked up things, I have to say. Again, if you're somebody who has tattoos and you're still watching the video at this point, you're obviously not offended. And I respect that. I mean, you can do it. It's your body. Do whatever the hell you want with it. But it's just my opinion. Yeah, I'll probably never get a tattoo. I don't have any like inkling to get one. But yeah, I just don't see it happening. I don't know. For me, I know I have a friend who has like 2 or 3 small little ones, and it's kind of like his own private thing, and that's cool. But for me, I really don't need one. I just don't care. I think that in fact there's certain religions that prohibit tattoos. I think Judaism, I don't know if Islam does. I'm not really sure, but there's like religious groups that don't allow tattoos. I say screw it. Screw those religious groups too. Do whatever you want to do. But I just find it ridiculous how everyone has them. Everyone has them now. And it's, yeah, it is what it is. Maybe I'll get into the tattoo removing business in the future. Who the hell knows? Anyways, guys, I just wanted to talk about that, kind of like a mini rant or whatever. And yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you have tattoo? What do you think of people who keep getting tattoos and tattoos? Would you get a tattoo if you don't have one? Anyways, thank you for watching. Hit the like, and we'll see you in the next video very, very soon. Bye for now.